All right, welcome in Libra and Libra placements. This is your beginning to mid-August 2026 reading. So this reading spans from the time of August 1st through the 15th of 2026. And it is intended for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Okay. Get one more shuffle with the oracle here. So we're going to get a couple oracle cards and then get into tarot. As with all collective readings, please take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't for someone else. If you are feeling like roles can be reversed and that way it resonates with you, then feel free to do that. If you're feeling that it's not resonating at all, then please check another placement. Okay, so let's get into it here. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what do you have for Libra and Libra placements for the time of August 1st through the 15th, 2026? What do we need to know? What might be going on with them here? I don't know if I have a card that flipped over. No. Okay, thought I saw one. Oh, okay, well, looks like there are 3 cards that came out here. All right, so first card that's out is New Boo. Happy place, seeing someone new, new love blossoms, enjoying each other. Okay, we also have visit, unexpected visit, phone call, knock, riding by house. And the third card that came out is appreciation, letting you know, enjoying you, good vibes, and expressing love. All right. So let's get into tarot here. Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, and Holy Angels, what do you have for the overall energy for Libra and Libra placements for the period of August 1st through the 15th, please? What is the overall energy? What do we need to know? Okay, we've got the Chariot, the Two of Wands, the Tower, Death, and the Six of Swords. Okay, I did see the Three of Swords peek out as well. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay. So I will show you, we do have the Seven of Swords. I was guided to look underneath. We do have the Nine of Wands as well as the Queen of Wands. Okay. So those are the cards under the deck here. All right. Oh, and Freya agrees. All right. So then she wants to be a part of your reading here. All right. So as far as the Chariot here, I feel like, you are in the energy of wanting to move things forward in your life here. Okay. You're wanting to move forward and move past maybe obstacles or things that have been difficult for you. Okay. Now, I feel like maybe you've put some distance between you and a past person, possibly. And this distance could be physical, it could be energetic, it could be emotional, or all of the above. Okay. So I feel like, whoever might have been in your life causing, difficulties for you, things like that. I feel like, you have put some distance between you and this person. Okay. So maybe you're going through the healing process. And I feel like, you're doing your best to do whatever is necessary to try to move forward. Okay. Now, I do feel that maybe there is something possibly coming your way here. It could have to do with this new boo, and maybe it's this person who will be unexpectedly visiting you or contacting you. But whoever this is, or whatever this is for you, it is something that, you might feel that you are at a crossroads here of which way to go. Like I said, I feel like with the Chariot, you just want to move forward in life. You're tired of being stagnant, and you definitely don't want to go backward, And so I feel like, the path forward, you might be at a fork in the road here. Okay, if this hasn't happened yet, it might be happening here in the near future. Okay, so I do feel that there might be a decision or a choice that might be needed on your part. Okay. Now I feel like, whatever this crossroads is, I feel that it is something significant for you. Okay. Because I mean, as all decisions and choices in our lives are, significant as far as how they affect us, I feel that whatever this is for you, it is severely going to impact you. Okay. Because with the Tower being here, it is talking about something as far as being unexpected, as far as it's being it's like a sudden change. Okay. So maybe, this new person coming toward you, or this new person reaching out to let you know and express love that they have for you, or feelings, something like that. It might bring you into a different direction that you weren't expecting. Okay. Now, whoever this person might be for you, I do feel that, they might not be a brand new person. For some of you out there, it might be someone you already know, but maybe it's someone that you haven't had a relationship with. Okay. So maybe, you've been in another connection, but there's been someone else that you've thought of or that you considered, but you were already in a connection. And now that this other connection is behind you, maybe now this new boo is going to be reaching out. Okay. But whatever this is, I feel like it's going to be pretty shocking to you. And not only that, whatever this is, like I said, I feel like it could potentially be this new person that kind of changes your direction. It is going to be transformational here for you, because I feel with death that it is basically talking more about the transformation with this card, the transformative aspect. Okay. So I feel like, you've made certain changes in your life. You've put, certain connections to rest. Maybe you have ended certain things, or, situations. You've made room for new things to enter your life. Obviously, we all have endings here and there, but I feel like whatever ending you have recently gone through, it's definitely changed you, and it's changed you for the better. And not only that, it's, like I said, opened up the room for new things or new people to enter. Okay. So I feel like whatever this is, or whoever this is, it's going to be very transformative for you. All right. And not only that, it's going to bring you to a more calm and peaceful and harmonious place in your life. Okay. So I feel like, maybe you've been craving more peace and balance. Okay. More harmony in your life. And, maybe with this past person or situation you've been dealing with, maybe you haven't been there. You haven't been able to get to that sense of peace and calm. But whatever this is for you that's coming in, I feel like if you choose to go down this path, that it is leading to a more peaceful place. Okay. Now, on the bottom of the deck, we do have the 7 of Swords here. So I do feel that you are coming to a place where you are getting past and healing from a connection or a situation that maybe left you in a place where this person, or situation deceived you. Okay. You felt betrayed by this person or in this situation. And maybe, there were lies as well that were involved. Okay. So I feel like it again brought you into a certain place in your life where, you know, your peace was in jeopardy, and that maybe there was drama and conflict here. Okay. With the 9 of Wands, you know, that's the wounded warrior. So this person or situation left you pretty wounded. And now, you know, maybe you do have some boundaries in place. Maybe you have some walls around your heart a little bit. And it's to protect you because of what this person or situation have put you through. You know, even though you do have these boundaries in place, you know, you are going forward and trying with the Chariot to move forward the best you can. You are persevering through all the betrayal and the deceit and lies that you've, you know, had to endure here. Okay. Now, for some of you, there was a third party involved. Okay. With the Queen of Wands showing up, you know, maybe part of your wounding is because somebody here in your past either made you a third party or they had a third party behind your back. And when I say third party, it doesn't have to be a person. It can be something else, such as a job or a hobby. It's something that becomes an obstacle and gets in the way of equal reciprocity and equal effort between you and another person. Okay. So for a lot of you, I do feel that that is the case. And that has to do with the 7 of Swords energy, you know, the betrayal. All right. So Spirit, what is the potential, or what are the potential challenges and difficulties that Libra and Libra placements might be facing this initial first part of August 2026, please, from the 1st through the 15th? What are the potential challenges and difficulties that they might be facing? Okay, we've got the 2 of Pentacles. I'm gonna put it around the cat here. Okay, we have the Emperor. The 5 of Pentacles. Justice. Let's see here. Okay, and the 5 of Cups. On the bottom is the 6 of Wands. Okay, and before I do that, I forgot to go over signs. So the signs that are out here, we did have the 7 of Swords. So we've got air energy. What else was there? I know it was the Queen of Wands. Okay, yeah, and the 9 of Wands. So we've got fire, we've got air, and then we also have now earth and water. All signs are out here. We also have Scorpio energy twice. We have Cancer energy. We've got Aries and Libra. Okay. All right. So as far as the potential challenges that you might be facing in the next few weeks here, you know, with the 2 of Pentacles, again, if you do resonate with a third party being, you know, in the situation with a past person here, I feel like the fact that you were juggled before, it does make you hesitant to move on with a new situation. You know, the kind of the feeling of, you know, if this person, you know, juggled me with somebody or something or other people or other things, then what is, you know, who's to say that, you know, somebody else isn't going to do that? You know, so you might be hypersensitive about that. Okay. And, you know, trusting another person might also be something that is difficult for you. Now, I also feel with the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles is an energy about balance as well. So maintaining a sense of balance in your life in just multiple areas, you know, between work and home and love and, you know, giving to yourself. I mean, all of these different areas, I feel like, that sense of balance might be something that you're struggling with. Okay, so that might be something that's difficult for you right now. With the Emperor, I do feel twofold as well. I feel that number one, if I feel like the person that you might have been dealing with in the past could have been an Emperor energy. And when I say Emperor energy, I mean more in the negative aspects. So this person potentially could have been someone who maybe was in their pride and ego. Okay, it could be someone who felt entitled to having whatever they wanted whenever they wanted. Okay. And so if there were third parties involved where, maybe they didn't give you your equal give and take, but they always felt that you would be there no matter what. So it was okay. And that, you would just deal with it. Then that might have been something, significant from your past here. I also feel that maybe this person that you might have been dealing with, this, and male or female doesn't matter here, but this person could have had control issues. All right. So maybe they always felt like they needed to be in control or control the narrative or dynamic between the two of you. And usually these things, they stem from insecurities that this person has deep within themselves. Okay, so this is not a high vibrational Emperor. This is somebody more lower vibrational. Okay, it's someone that needs healing. Okay, so that is a possibility, and the fact of being able to get past that person's energy and heal from it. I feel like that is something that maybe has been weighing on you. And the fact, can I trust other people? If there is somebody new entering, your life, maybe you're thinking, can I trust that person? Are they going to act the same way? Am I going to, enter just the same cycle with a different person? Same lessons, but a different person, so that might pose a challenge for you to get past that mindset. And also, I feel with the Emperor now, I feel with it being more about your energy. I feel like with the Chariot being here, again, you're just trying to move forward the best that you can. Okay. And by doing that, I feel like you're embracing your own Emperor energy inside of you. And that maybe, you are just trying to take control of your life and bring it to the direction and the point of where you want it to be. Maybe your life hasn't been exactly where you wanted it to be lately. And so I feel like, you want to take more control of things. Okay. And so I feel like, even though you want this, maybe taking that action and figuring out which path to choose to get there, that might be, challenging for you. Okay. So we also have the Five of Pentacles here. And with the Five of Pentacles, again, if you were dealing with someone that had either someone or something else that got, in the way, an external influence of some sort, then, maybe it left you feeling like you were lacking or that you weren't, good enough. Maybe indirectly or maybe even directly, this person made you feel that way. So that might be something that's challenging to get over, to gain that sense of confidence back or inner power. Okay. Now, for some of you out there, if whatever this, ending might have been with this person or situation, maybe you have taken a hit financially. That might not resonate with all of you. But for some of you, maybe, that's something you're overcoming as well. And so that might be something that, you need to focus on. And, love is kind of taken, the back burner here. Okay, so you're just trying to maybe get out of this feeling of not being good enough. If you do resonate with there being an external influence, like I said, whether it's a person or a thing, I feel like maybe this person, like I said, indirectly or directly, puts you in competition. And so, of course, that's going to make you feel like, well, if you're making me feel that way, obviously I'm not good enough for you. I'm not enough. Okay. With justice being here, I feel like, you really do want balance in your life. You want equal reciprocity and you want things to be fair. And so I feel like with whoever and whatever this was that you were dealing with in the past, that things were not definitely not fair. They were not equal. And so getting back to that point and demanding that from other people and things in your life, that might be difficult. If there is someone new coming in, then I feel like maybe you're worried that, again, you won't get this equal reciprocity. Okay. And a lot of that could stem from, again, feeling that, maybe this person will treat you like you're in the Five of Pentacles again. So it's something that's difficult to get over. And so with the Five of Cups here, being here as well in the challenge position, I feel like, there's a lot of disappointment here. I feel like you've probably given a lot of yourself to whoever and whatever this was for you in the past. And so this sense of regret and disappointment, maybe with giving this more energy and time and investment than maybe you feel like you should have. Okay, maybe there were red flags that you feel like you should have seen earlier, possibly. But there's a sense of, like I said, regret and disappointment here that is either with yourself or with the situation that you just got out of, or that is from the past here that you're moving forward from. And I feel like, you're still in this place where, you're trying to get over that. And it's pretty difficult. Now, maybe, for some of you, you're being hard on yourself because of the part that you had to play, possibly. Okay. But I do feel that, that sense of disappointment is kind of, it's pretty strong and it's still present, you know? So to get past that and even think of maybe having something with someone new, I mean, that's just, it's not really the easiest thing. Okay. With the Six of Wands being on the bottom here, I feel like, you want to move forward and you want to move forward with success in having that balance and fairness in your life, as well as with another person potentially. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, maybe you're feeling like because things didn't work out with this other person or other situation, that maybe feeling like you can be successful with whoever this new person is, maybe that you feel like that's an uphill battle. Okay. All right. So Spirit, what are the areas for guidance and advice that you can give Libra and Libra placements in this situation, or in the period of August 1st through the 15th here? What is your advice? What is your guidance for them? Let's see here. Okay, we've got the Sun. Okay, the Three of Cups. The Eight of Cups. The Empress. And the Three of Swords. I did see the Three of Swords pop out earlier. Underneath is Temperance. Okay. All right. So with the Sun being here, I feel like Spirit really wants you to focus on what makes you happy. Okay. Focus on the areas of your life or the people in your life that build you up, that lift you up and make you the happiest. Okay. if you're feeling like there's a dark cloud over you, Spirit wants you to know that there are brighter days ahead. Okay. Now I also feel that, you know, with the Three of Cups being here, that again, when I was saying about, focus on the people and things in your life that make you happiest, the Three of Cups, yes, sometimes it is a card that talks about third parties, but I feel like it's basically at its core, it's a card of friendship. Okay. It's a card of coming together with other people. So I feel like Spirit really wants you to embrace and focus on the people and, connections that you have in your life that make you happy, that lift you up, and that are there for you as far as your support system. Okay. Now, maybe some of you haven't really been going out. Maybe some of you have been more like hermiting and trying to heal and things like that. Spirit is saying though that, yes, you have people, hopefully you do, but I feel like whoever you do have, Spirit wants you to focus on spending time with them. Okay. Not only that, make sure that you are keeping your energy to yourself, except for the people, basically be discerning with who you're sharing your energy with. Sorry. I was started talking and then Spirit was actually telling me a more succinct way of saying that. So basically, be discerning about who you share your energy with. Don't be afraid to pull your energy back from other people, or be, like I said, discerning of who you share your energy with. Okay. Don't be afraid to walk away from people or things if necessary. Okay. So if you feel like if there's a new person that does come your way or that contacts you here, and they just want to let you know that they appreciate you and that, they have these feelings for you or whatever, if you're not ready to have this person in your life, do not feel like you have to entertain this. You can, with the Eight of Cups, keep your energy to yourself and take your time. Okay. There's nobody telling you that you need to jump back in with somebody else here, unless you're ready. Okay. Now, with the Empress being here, I've been seeing this actually in multiple zodiac readings that I've been doing here. And I'm feeling the same way, basically, with it being here in the guidance. As we know, male or female doesn't matter the gender. Okay. And if you were dealing with somebody in Emperor energy, then maybe you were dealing with someone in the past who was, who you felt was your counterpart. Maybe this was a significant connection for you. You thought that this was your person. Okay. So that might be significant and relevant to you. Also, I'm feeling, because I was saying that the Emperor energy here with the challenge was also your energy. I feel that you are in this elevated and high vibrational state where you are balancing both the Emperor and Empress energy, whether you know it or not. Okay. And so don't forget that. And Spirit does want you to remind yourself to stay in this, especially in this Empress energy. Remind yourself that you are the prize, that you are a catch. Don't let this past person or anybody else make you feel like you're lacking. Okay. And the thing about the Empress is in receiving energy. So this person is someone who, isn't there taking action toward other people. Other people are taking action toward them. They're in receptive mode. So Spirit kind of wants you, even though with the Chariot that and the Emperor, that you need to move your life forward, and that's fine. But as far as other people coming toward you, expect that other people are going to take action toward you, and allow yourself to receive. Okay. Maybe you're the kind of person, especially with this past person, maybe you are the one that had to do a lot of the work here. So if that's the case, you are probably in masculine energy a lot. This person maybe didn't allow you to be in feminine, receptive energy. But now spirit wants you to try to heal and try to keep yourself in this Empress energy, where you are able to receive from other people, because I feel like other people want to give to you. Okay. And that is despite whatever heartbreak that this person has brought to you. Okay. But also with the Three of Swords, I feel like spirit doesn't want you to forget what this person has done to you, this past person. Obviously work through the feelings, obviously try to heal the best that you can. But healing does not mean we forget, because you don't want to repeat a cycle. You don't want to repeat a pattern, a lesson. You know what I mean? I'm also feeling with the Sun, the Three of Cups, and the Eight of Cups being here, that it is possible that, if you are by any means hanging on to this past person, that you might be enlightened to something as far as a third party is concerned that will solidify your decision to walk away. Okay. Maybe there's something about this situation that maybe, you're still going back and forth about in your head, even though you need to move forward and you're trying to move forward. Sometimes it's difficult to move forward after a significant connection that maybe you had with this past person. Okay. So there might be something that you're enlightened to that might, be involving this third party here. And it might be something that will either allow you to completely detach and walk away, or it will validate the fact that you have done this. So you might hear this from someone, possibly. Okay. So with Temperance being here at the bottom of the deck, I feel like spirit is saying, whatever decision you make going forward, try to do the best that you can as far as having this decision be the one that brings you the most peace, the most balance, and as much calm in your life as possible. Okay. Now, if you feel like that is a tall order and that maybe, I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't feel very balanced right now. I feel like things are still chaotic. I don't feel like, things are very peaceful. Spirit wants you to know that not only are brighter days ahead with the Sun, but days that are more balanced and peaceful for you are also ahead as well. Okay. All right. So I think that we had all signs out here. Additionally, we've got Leo energy, we've got Libra and Taurus energy. We also have Sagittarius energy. Okay. All right. Well, Libra, I am going to leave this reading here. I do hope that this helped and brought you some information and some clarity. If you feel like it resonated, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, take care and namaste.